Good afternoon, samurai. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel, welcome to the Vortex. My name is Ezio and I will be your guide this afternoon, of which we are rather late because I had to... long story. But anyway, yes, I've also forgot my flask. Yes, rather late, but there we go. Good afternoon, samurai. Hail, hoodlum, and hail to each and every one of you, be you a chatter, be you a lurker, be you watching live here on Twitch or in the YouTube archives. Welcome. For those of you who couldn't join us on the previous leg of our journey, we ventured forth across the streets of Sotenbore. We did some story. I think we certainly finished off all of the jobs on our current job list, which means we have a choice. We either go and do more restaurants as Haruka, which means buying a lot more app stims, and I'm very tempted to just do that and get it out of the way, or we do some of the story.
Dun, dun, dun.
Probably going to do a bit of the story as well, since even though I'm half an hour late than advertised, lost tortoises, and also I wanted to get myself a limb sit because I have picked up a cold from last weekend's jaunt to Windsor. Fun. Oh, and apologies for any noise in the background. It is a fan because it is really quite very warm here today. And rather than cooking alive, I thought I'd open the windows and have the fan running on a slightly higher setting in the background, so at least I can try and ventilate the room a little bit. Those aside, however, I think that's everything, so come, join me as we once more step foot into the Vortex, as we continue to travel and traverse the world, the realm that is Yakuza 5 Remastered. Our destination lays before us, the controls are set, and as always, the PlayStation is turned on, lest I have to have some stern words with it again about not taking over the Eastern Seaboard. I mean, displaying to the HDMI output. So with that all said, with that all done, let's go. Shall we? Oh. Ooh, wristwatch revival. Oh, I'll watch that later. No, so going. Load game. And load. Another thing I needed to do, and I can't. Oh, I remember what it was now. What's happening, GuardEzio? Yakuza! Yay! Oh yeah, no, I'm just sorting something on my phone to do with emails and other joyous things to do with work. Right, anyway, where were we? What are we doing? Who am I? What is happening? I don't think I need those healing items. It's not like we get into many scrapes, and Haruka seems to just champ 1 HP like a champ. So, instead we're going to now go to the drugstore, and we are going to find some app stims. But first I'm going to go to the arcade to see if there's any more things that we can get in the claw catching game. UFO catching. You are 24601. I have no idea what you mean, Hoodlum. These are all weird and wacky words that I just do not understand. Have I got the big gorilla dude? I think I have. Oh, I don't think there's anything else. Les Mis? One day more? No, I have no idea. Oh, wait, do I have the big squirrel? I can't remember what I have. We're at 40% completion though, that's nice. So, we've got a jumbo chestnut. Chestnut always in blue? I keep thinking that I've seen a chestnut in red. This is going to be a tricky one because there's so many of the blighters. Oh, wait. That's from the song at the start of the movie, isn't it, in the shipyard? Or the start of the play, or book, depending on which medium you went with. 24601 was Jean Valjean, Jean Valjean, there we go. Joel Valjean's prisoner number in Les Mis. Yes, yes, I got it a fraction of a second before you said it in chat. Right, there we go, that's a thing. Oh, I have not stolen any bread, as far as I am aware. Go, but I have found another locker key. So we will not go to the to the golfing centre. I'm pretty sure there was a oh, I literally just ran past it. Okay, there is a drugstore here. Hello. I don't think I need that, Zaruka. Die Hard drink. When you need to win, whether it's sports, a test, or life, this drink brings out the Die Hard in you. Cool. Introducing a new and improved Die Hard drink. Die Hard Mac delivers 3,000 milligrams of taurine to prime you for wherever you might face. Cool. There we go. Abstim. All the abstims. Right, let's go and finish up some more of the restaurants, Saruka. Will we see a full week of streams next week? Yes, you will. I'm here. There will be a stream for the full week next week. Well, at least Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And then the week after, there's only the bank holidays. There'll be a stream on the bank holiday Monday, and then no streams at all because I will be away. Or rather, I will be away for most of the week. Tuesday, orchestra. Thursday, down the speakeasy. Friday, oh no, Friday. I'm in Birmingham Friday, and Saturday I'm also in Birmingham. So yeah, no streams, but the following week there should be, the week after that there should then be a full week of streams. Yes, that Saturday I might be on LMC. I don't know. It depends if there's any stream. Why Birmingham? Oh, I'm going to Game Expo. I always wanted a Brum car. I assume you mean Brum as in the CBBC show and just not just a car from Birmingham. There. No, the little one from the CBBC show. It is what I said. What's this? I will have this. I will have this, and then this restaurant is finished, and we move on to the next restaurant. Go for it, maybe. Ooh. Ah. I also had one of the best pies I've had in a long time when I was in Windsor. We found this this very old pub called the Carpenter's Arms, which was actually miraculous because you went in and you saw a little bar at the front and you thought, oh well, this is quite a quaint little pub. And then I went to find the gents and it was massive. There was the little bar at the front, and then you had, it went back quite a fair ways, and there was a downstairs, and I think there was an upstairs. There was definitely an upstairs as well. It was just, yeah, it was a very big place. Right, Slough, on the other hand, I cannot recommend because it was always a bit run down, but it's just completely dead now. I can't see it making a grand resurgence anytime soon. Right, so where are we? We go past Cafe Alps. We've done that one. That one. Zubaraya? Zuboraya. Might be Zuboraya. And it is located... Not too far from the drugstore, actually. Works for me. So what was the pie filling? I had steak and ale. Because of course I went for steak and ale. And it had mashed potatoes, and it was very nice. Wait a minute. Hungry Town Steakhouse. Oh, okay, right. I thought for a minute it's all boarded up. No, that's just the aesthetic. Okay. Steak and ale pie with mashed potato and carrot, I think. I've just realised I should have used the app stick. Oh well, I will take this as an extra thing. The Dojima set! A fugu entree, fugu salad, takowaze, fried fugu, savoury egg custard, a clear soup, rice and pickles. That does look very nice. Never had pie liquor. I have never had pie liqueur. A steak and ale pie. It's just literally it's just steak with a beer-based gravy. You've never had a stew with beer in it? Right. Items. It's like parsley sauce. It's like a parsley sauce. It's a London thing. Oh, right. I don't like parsley sauce. It just tastes of nothing to me. You'd think it tasted like parsley, but it doesn't. Oh! Oh, you've got to... Oh, that's how you want to play it, game. Okay, fine. Fugu sashimi, fugu entree, fugu karagi, grilled fugu, a clear soup, and fugu sushi. Delicious, but it's also going to just completely fill me. So, new strategy for this one. I think I preferred the bottomless stomach perk, I'm going to be honest. But, oh well. Yes, we are literally doing it the long way. No, look, they've got little fugu plushies. That's adorable. But yeah, you can go to East London and get pie mash and liqueur. It confused me for a long time. Fair enough. It's London. They eat jellied eels. Nothing will confuse me more than jellied eels. Yeah, there we go. From a time when I assume there was a massive food shortage. Actually, I do wonder what the history of jellied eels is. I assume it's because eels were prevalent in the Thames, and so it was an easy source of food, and they were just jellied as a means of preserving them. I'd rather try tripe than jellied eels. I must admit, Seijima's description of tripe when he was eating with Majima did get me curious. I've only ever seen tripe once, and a few times in the butchers, I must admit. Not something you see very often these days, though. Apparently it's nice with a lot of vinegar. Huh. Oh. Oh, I've just realised actually, once we... Oh, no! Damn it. I've just realised that once we've done all of the restaurants, we can go back to Chef Dude and unlock all of his chefing. You're right on the money. Eels were very common in the Thames, therefore it was really readily available for the poor. There we go. So for some reason I've lost all my... No, I haven't lost all my... No, that's my weapon slots. Never mind. And Haruka doesn't have weapons. She doesn't fight. She just dance battles. The man knows his eels. I have only ever seen them in the aquarium. That's it. I think I've seen pictures of jellied eels online as well, or it might have been in an Abroad in Japan episode when Chris was complaining about jellied eels, whereas eel in Japan is actually very nice, and it's like slow cooked. Your eel in England would be very nice if prepared properly, and not jellied. What's this then? An appetizer, wild fugu sashimi, fried wild fugu, a wild fugu hot pot, steamed wild fugu and roe, rice porridge, and dessert. I mean, I think this might be the most expensive meal in Sotenbore. Go, Miles. Right. That's another restaurant done then. Cafe Alps. So we've done Fugutetsu, Saburaya. We've done the ramen place. Now we just need to do Kumai. Excuse me. Where is Kumai? That's the options. That's not what we want. Kumai is all the way down there. Right. Okay. Oh, they became so popular that the European eel is now critically endangered. Right. Okay then. Blimey. Still critically endangered? I didn't think that jellied eels were still that popular. Right. Do I keep doing this in order? I might just keep doing this in order. There we go. Come on, controller. And now I have the Mighty Boosh song about eels stuck in my head. Oh goody. Right. Oh, they aren't here, but other parts of Europe eat them, and you know what and you know what the Swedes and the Nords are like. Well, yeah. Isn't it a Norwegian thing with star summon? Star something or other. It's basically fermented fish in a can, where you have to open it underwater, and it's just the most foul-smelling thing imaginable.
Yeah.
Do I have any to recommend? No. I will spare the accent because, yeah, I'm trapped. There we go. Start strumming. Oh, surstrumming. Surstrumming. That's it.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございます。
Oh. Yes. We go. The worst thing I have had is those little fermented squid bars you get in Japan. Truly, truly awful. Didn't even know they were a thing. So, there we go. Oh, not another one. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine, fine. Of that. The soup of the day and the sashimi platter seem to just completely flummox me. Okay, then. I think it would be more cost effective if I just do them one at a time again. I know abroad in Japan got Charlotte to try one and did not go well. And he was sleeping on the couch for a week. Right. Okay then. So we'll just do it one at a time then. This won't take us an age.
いらっしゃいませ。
And again, I assume the male characters have higher HP than Haruka does, so... It's amazing, she got engaged to him after the roller coaster incident. I don't know what the roller coaster incident is either. But in fairness, I haven't watched abroad in Japan for a long time. Just never really got back around to watching it. Really should. One of those things, though, where it's a lot to catch up with, and it's just... I'll sit down and start working my way through the videos at some point.
っしゃいませ。
Getting there then. Yeah, only 2 more to go.
ありがとうございます。
She was definitely afraid of roller coasters, and he took her on one at some park where you can possibly see Mount Fuji. I think it was the second cycle across Japan. Ah! Cycle across Japan or journey across Japan?
いらっしゃいませ。
When- The delectable fragrance that only Matsuke mushrooms can offer. This lavish set is a feast for a king. Cool. Just mushrooms. Meh. Cycle acting. Fair enough. Fair enough. Probably why I haven't seen it, because I've not seen any of the... well, it was the original Journey Across Japan, but I've not watched any of the Cyclophon stuff. Right. There we go. So, that's another restaurant done. Mani, Duruma, and then Kanki. Oh, there's only 3 more we need there. Cool. I think that's the one near the Grand, isn't it? It is. Right, I might be able to pull this off in one. No, I won't. Alright, we'll use that last app stim, and then we'll go and visit the place, and then we'll go to the drugstore, which I think is bang opposite. Not that one. No, that's the bar. Sorry. There we go. Or have I finished this one? Oh no, I finished this
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうございました。
Literally the fugu place that we were just at. So, is it... this one instead? Oh, I thought I'd already finished this one. How amazing would it be to do exactly what Haruka was doing? What, basically just running around and eating in every restaurant in a city in Japan? Okay. Maybe there's some locked off only to another character. It would be, indeed. Get very full and probably overweight very quickly. Right, that's an odd one. Okay, so there's something locked up here. So I can't finish that one. And okay, I'll do the thingy Domaru, which is all the way at the far end. After I've just pushed that poor bloke flat on his face.
らっしゃいませ。
Bunch of app stims.
ありがとう。
Off to the crab place. That's its official name in English, you know. Yeah, it isn't. I just made that up. We've also gone through, actually not so much of Haruka's story, but we have traversed many places here, and I have yet to run into the Oberturian. Though in fairness, she was already ancient in the 80s, so I suspect we're probably not going to run into her again.
いらっしゃいませ。
So what have you been playing on your Steam Deck? I have been playing... Good question. Oh, I need to charge it, actually. What have I been... I have been playing... 30XX. And yes, that is the sort of female Mega Man clone. It's the main character. At least I think she's female. I think there's a guy with a sword and the girl with the blaster, but I prefer the girl with the blaster because gun. Actually, I should probably play, and, you know, girl, but I should probably play the dude with the sword at some point. I think there's a dude with a sword. I know there's two characters, I know there's co-op. Let's just have... Wait, is there anything that we can... small that we can work through? No, I suspect these are all going to be just one massive meal, aren't they? Okay, then. Oh, look, a pig in a chef's hat.
ありがとうございました。
Right. We are doing this one at a time again. Because why bother burning through all of the app stims if I can only have one meal at a time? So legally distinct Mega Man, pretty much, yes. But it's also a roguelite, and it's actually quite a fun one. I have no idea what the story is. I can't remember. There was the villainess who appeared and laughed maniacally and then disappeared, and now I'm playing through the roguelite to stop her. I should probably look up a synopsis of the game at some point. Ooh, roguelite. Yeah, well, I'm having fun with it all the same. Oh, can't do that yet. Sim.
いらっしゃいませ。
Oh. No. Pickled crab, crab sashimi, grilled crab, crab hot pot, rice pudding, rice porridge, pickles, and fruit. Fruit? Fancy. Although, good luck. That being said, you should play Hades. I probably should play Hades, and I'm not going to go after all the achievements. The only reason I went after all the achievements in Arkham Knight is because I was so close to 100% anyway, not realizing that it'd take me literally months to get to the end of it, but whatever. Another app stim. Yes, we may be here for a while. So I think this might be the last restaurant. I could be wrong, though.
ありがとうございました。
Apart from the one where we can't actually get all the menu items. Well, that seems to be a running theme in this game. Unless there's another restaurant in a different city of the same name, in which case that's probably where the last 3 items are. Nothing for Akiyama to discover. Akiyama's got the bars to go through, remember? Because it's Stygial and stuff will require you to sample every alcohol on the menu. And I can't do that as a Ruka. Underage and all that. Pickled crab, crab sashimi, crab and egg custard, crab au gratin, crab tempura, crab sushi, clear broth soup, and fruit. Right. And another accident. You might be wasting easy XP for Akiyama, though. Ah, it's fine. Akiyama will have other things to do. I know Akiyama's Sotenbori, but well, technically I can also use Akiyama for all the restaurants in Kamurocho, can't I? Because I'll have to do them as well. What must the staff be thinking of Haruka right now? I don't know. Probably, where is this girl putting all this food, and why can't she just, you know, sit at the table and order all of it rather than coming in and out of the restaurants every 2 seconds? We could also just pretend that we're watching a speed up of Haruka visiting the same restaurant every day for like a week or a month since she arrived in Sotenbori. On those big idle paychecks, you know. Which reminds me, we've still not gone to the ATM to get our money out from all those idle jobs that we did. Right, last one. I think. At least for this place. Coming in, eating, leaving, drinking something right outside and going back in for something else on the menu. Yes. Yes, why not just sit there with a carrier bag of Apstims and just sit there for hours and slowly work through everything? But then again, video game, so... Right, that should be the last item on the menu for this place. You said should because I thought that was the other place, and that turned out to be a lie. Done, done, done. Not done. Done! Awesome. Ganko Sushi. And Watami. So we've still got Ganku Sushi and Watami to do. Well, Ganku Sushi is literally across from this restaurant. And Watami is right next door to this restaurant. Now, is this going to be another big one, or... Oh yes, this is one that Akiyama's going to have to wrap up then. Ooh, and I can have more than one thing on the menu. Right, what we might do then is we might leave this one to Akiyama, because if there's going to be an entire drinks menu attached to it, I might as well work through all of it with Akiyama. Ah. Aha. Are you gonna reach that one, Aruka? No. Magic. Cool. Tell you what, yeah, let's risk it. We'll use 2 app stims and see if we can actually have more than just, like, 1 meal. The answer is no. That sucks, but oh well. Right. It's going to be another one of these, isn't it? We'll do one more round of app stims and then I'll leave it for the time being. Or I could just leave it for the time being and go and do something else to break it up and then do that restaurant. Actually, I might just do that restaurant later. We've got the app stims in the inventory now, might as well just leave it as it is. So, in that case, we are going back to Dinature. We shall go and do La Story. Oh, actually, I've not been to the ATM yet either. Might go to the ATM. Quickly see what money we've got. Oh, and I'm still missing a fish, aren't I? I need to wait till night time for that, then. And 20 to Morning Glory. About 1,000 yen. $10,000. $100,000. Cool. 100k? Yep. That'll help them. 30 euro. And why have I got a notification? Oh, okay, that's fine. Hmm. Hmm. Where is the shiny? Unless it's supposed to be in the shop? Sorry. Hmm. Not entirely sure. Hmm. Okay. So, to certain Borough, you're looking for 2 sparrows, 2 squirrels, Apstem RX, Stamina X, Stamina Light, Toughness Light, Cute Girl Figure, Pretty Girl Figure, SR Love Shine Figure, SR Love Master Figure, and the Cute Girl Neo Figure. Marvellous. I'm also looking for this key at the moment. Right, so we need to go back to the arcade at some point then. Gonna work for me. Novas, but you can find them elsewhere. Right. This camera's starting to annoy me now. No, I'm gonna have to look it up. This is just irking me. P4. Blue sign on the sign on the north to the spot. This one. What light blue sign? That light blue sign? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. How did I completely glossed over that? Wonderful. And we found that key, so I can finally shut up that stupid thingy. I got a bunch of money out. I have a bunch of apps. Oh yeah, I was going to dine a chair, wasn't I? Go and actually do some story rather than just eating in restaurants for the rest of the afternoon. As tempting as that sounds. Once we get to night, I'll go back to the Sotenboy River and continue trying to catch this fish. I shall name Eric. Eric the halibut. Who's better than all the other halibuts. This is nowhere near as flat. Oh, let's just come this way. Alright. Go. Chair.
はあ、はるか。公演のイベントは大変だったみたいですね。でもどんどん成長していますよ。あなたには教えがいがある。前のトレーナーもきっと悔しがりますね。レッスンをしたければいつでもスタジオにいらっしゃい。それ。
We can do lessons, which means we can finally get all of our singing maxed out. I don't trust him. Seems nicer than the other dude. You here for a lesson? Yes. Right, what do we want to practice? Loneliness loop, though tempting to do so much more. I want the hard lesson. Oh, I only need 80 on my combo. There we go. Cool. Lock it, welcome. My favorite gritty crime drama video game. You know it. I can't remember what voice I gave him. Was it Over the Top Ponce or was it Excellent Haruka? You did very nice. No, that was definitely not the voice I gave him. But I can't be bothered going back to watch the replay, so I'll find a new voice for him. Ah. We might have to do a few more of these if we want to max out the singing. We'll do so much more on hard. Just so I'm not playing the same song over and over again. We'll treat it like karaoke. That, and also I really like this song, and I really like it when I get the full song. This should be in the karaoke. Hopefully it is in the later games. I'm guessing I dropped a combo there because 229 seems like a weird one. Also, I'm guessing the hard just means that I have higher criteria for all of the ticks rather than, you know, just that. Because the button presses seemed the same, so it doesn't seem like it's more complicated there, it just seems like I have to do better at them. Right, another Loneliness Loop. I might do Loneliness Loop a couple of times now, actually, just so I can actually learn all the button prompts. But mainly it's just to try and get the blasted singing up to max. Everything else seems to be maxed out, just not the singing. Then again, I suppose I've got plenty more songs to do, haven't I? Ah.
どこを繕えばあの子みたいに笑えるのどこを直したらあの日みたいに抱きしめてくれるの断ちきれない孤独と悲しみのループフォトフレームのあなたにピントが合わない愛しさの傷口は羽をなくした鳥のよねえどうしてねあなたはそんなに悲しく笑うの
Right. Bit of a shaky start. I'm not sure if I want to do that again just so I can work on the start of it though.
よし絶好調
Excellent, Haruka! And that was very nice. Oh, also, Pale Fart. Thank you for the water. Needed with how warm it is at the moment. Wait for the moment. You know what? In honor of the hot weather, I'm going to say Shantae. Shantae from the Shantae series. I don't know, Half Genie Hero, Pirate's Curse, Seven Sirens, take your pick. But yes, because it feels very tropical today. As tropical as England ever gets anyway. So there we go. I mean, I'd say it's warm, but we had a big fire here recently. Yes, that would certainly be warmer than the weather. That wasn't the one I saw on the news, is it? With the firefighters. No, obviously with the firefighters. Sorry, the firefighters who lost their lives. Yes, it is. I knew there was a fire. I remember seeing the headline, but I didn't know it was in your neck of the woods, mate. Fair enough. Sorry state of affairs, that. Sad state of affairs. Doubly so. Other side of town to me. If it was truly tropical, you would be drinking a pina colada. I've never drank a pina colada in my life. I would be drinking a litre of beer. Which, no joke, when I was on holiday at one point, I can't remember where it was, Barcelona maybe, or somewhere in Spain, we were having some lunch. I asked for a beer and they brought me a literal litre of beer. I wasn't going to complain. I was more than happy to drink a litre of beer. But they brought me a litre of beer. Ooh. Might do one more then. Also, if it was very tropical, then I would probably be wearing my cruising gear rather than my usual shirt and suspenders. Or are they braces? Technically, I suppose the word works either way. I'll go with braces, actually. Suspenders just makes me think of a garter belt, and I'm most certainly not wearing one of those. I don't have the legs to pull it off for a start. Okay, but quick question. If it was that hot, why aren't you wearing something lighter? It's a white shirt. It's not that thick. Fine. It does make my sleeves are rolled up. Ignoring the fact that I always have my sleeves rolled up, but still. Oh man, we got to get you a Hawaiian shirt for Pirate Mashima and Infinite Wealth. Really? Seconded. Oh dear, great. Chat's now trying to change my sense of fashion. Thirded. Thank you, chat. Much appreciated. Right, let's do Loneliness Loop one more time. I want to try and get the first part of the song down. Mainly the quick combos. Come to think of it, this time last week I was currently stood in a sports centre in Windsor, bored witless out of my mind as I was waiting to go and do an exam. Oh well. No. No. Had a higher combo in the second half last time. But anyway, Ezio Beach episode. Sure. Well, Infinite Wealth is just going to be the beach episode of the franchise run.
よし絶好調
Empty. Right, okay. Okay, yeah, that leveled up as well. I'll happily accept that. So, I think... Can I, though? No. I think singing, we've got more... It isn't just 2 songs, is it? I'm guessing we've got 3 or 4 for the Princess League. I can't imagine they'll only just have, like, 2 songs for it. So, right, we'll leave that there for the moment, then. Can't wait for Persona 6, where you were new in town, a new in town high schooler that ends up with a blonde best friend. The first dungeon is a castle. You have a beach chapter where you're trying to hit on women, and you have a massive misunderstanding in the hot springs moment, and you have to have an inappropriate teacher in it. And you fight God at the end. Now, that was Persona 5, wasn't it? There was also a talking cat. You know, I'm gonna get... Is this beer still cold? Well, it's vaguely cold. I'll have this beer then. For any new joiners, by the way, apologies if there's any weird noise in the background. That is a fan, because it is very warm in this room at the moment, and I've got my fan turned up a bit higher than usual just to keep it ventilated. Or at least to try and keep the air moving. Alright. That was also Persona 3 and Persona 4. Oh, marvellous. Oh, right. Only one has a World War II dictator in it, I think. Fair enough. I guess Park-san isn't back yet.
お待たせはるか。悪いけど少しここで待ってて。いくつか片付けたいことがあるの。すぐ済むわ。明日東京に行く予定なのよ。だから堀江にいろいろメモを残しとかないと。
でもメモって社長左手で？
ええ、荻田に突き飛ばされたでしょ。あの時右手を痛めちゃったからね。
大丈夫なんですか？右手使えなくて。
まあね。私もともとは左利きだったの。子供の頃預けられた里親にちゃんと右手で書くようにって結構無理やりしつけられてね。今時の子はそこまでやらされないんでしょうけど、ま、そういう時代だったんでしょうね。さ、これで終わった。待たせて悪かったね。今夜の予定は全部キャンセルしたわ。あなたはもう出かけられる？準備はいい？
Yes.
はい、大丈夫です。
なら行きましょう。毎日大変だったし、ストレスも溜まってるでしょ。今日は買い物に行って全部発散させるのよ。いいわね。
はい。
As long as it's not golf. Karaoke? Same film, yeah, fair enough. Quite unlike the Yakuza games, in which Kiryu beats someone up, doesn't take his beats somebody up, doesn't take his gun away, and somebody ends up getting shot. No, no. there was also the hand grenades. Kiryu also ends up getting stabbed and bleeding out at the end, just to be fine the next game, having forgot all of his training. No, not always. He doesn't always end up... He didn't at the... Well, no, he did forget his training between Zero and Kiwami, I'll concede. But in fairness, he did spend 10 years in prison, so there's that. Between Kiwami and Kiwami 2, I'm not entirely sure what happened. I think the backstory to that is he just doesn't use it as much and therefore gets rusty. So, can't forget Bump and Scam parts 1 through 11. Oh yeah, there's those entertaining ones. Also, 26 degrees in this room right now. Maybe 27. Or 80 degrees Fahrenheit if we go American. Seems a bit warm, doesn't it? Oh well.
Alright. Let's go do something fun. We'll go and do a little shopping first. Where do you usually buy your clothes?
Isn't that warm down here? I think it is supposed to be warm. But, I don't know. I'm from the north, remember? Well, northwest England. I'm not as used to these tropical climes as those of the southern areas of this country. I mean, that is not as warm down here, which is usual. Oh, unusual. Yes, it usually isn't this warm up here. I'm guessing it's warmer down south because, you know, close to the equator. But you also have to remember that I'm in a south-facing... Well, it might be warmer in here because I'm in a south-facing room, so the sun's continuously on it. It's just a warm day in general. And I have my computer running and a PlayStation 5 running. One is rendering and the other one is playing a video, running a game. So I think I've probably got 2 heaters going in an already hot room as the sun heats it up. But I've got a fan. And that's as far as I've got with it. I mean, I'm originally from Cornwall. I consider 30°C mild. I would not be comfortable in that, I must admit.
Oops, I haven't really done any clothes shopping since I've been here. I did buy a jacket at a department store, though. Don't you want to be a pop-eyed? Listen to me. Everything you eat, see, and hear is an important opportunity to learn and grow. Make it your goal to always be trying out the latest trends for yourself and learn the classic styles that never go out of fashion.
The Devon way for a scone is the correct way. Scone, scone, blah-de-blah. Okay, apparently something. Oh, and enjoy the humidity over dry heat. Oh, I'm not a big fan of humidity. No, I'll take the dry heat over the humidity, to be honest. Yeah.
What's the first step in becoming an idol? A true icon of the time. Yes, ma'am. Good. That's what I'd like to hear. Alright, shall we make our way to Le Marche? They have a wonderful selection. Alright, thank you.
Yay! Okay then. Do 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 do.
いらっしゃいませ。
Again, living by the sea, I'm more used to the humid heat than dry. Now I think it's just a thing I grew up with. That's fair enough. Whereas I am from a farming community, sort not very near the sea, but the northwest of England, yeah, we're pretty sheltered here. A green and pleasant land with plenty of rainfall. Not often it gets very warm. Sometimes it does, but it's a milder climate here, which I'm quite happy. I'm quite comfortable in. Especially considering I turn to ash when I'm out in the sun for extended periods. Ah, Park-san, always a pleasure to see you.
How are things this evening? Oh, they know her name at an expensive place like this. She must be a regular. Today I'm looking for an outfit for this young lady.
Very good, ma'am, very good. In this case, what do you think of these?
Haruka, I'd like you to choose. Me? You want me to pick? That's right, you can't just wear what someone else tells you to wear. You have to develop your own sense of style. So it's another step on the road to becoming an idol? Alright, I'll give it a try.
Shall we do your top first?
Pardon? You know, blouse, sweaters, things of that nature. Oh, my top. Yes, alright.
Very good. Do any of these catch your eye? Pink blouse, leopard print coat, white sweater. Not sure about the leopard coat. White sweater might be cute. Pink blouse? Or can I just buy all? Oh, I can only buy one thing. I'll go with the pink blouse then.
I like this. That's a nice choice. You really think so? This makes me happy. Well, everything in this boutique is high-end, so you really can't go wrong in any case. I guess that's true.
Now, shall we move on to your bottoms?
You mean pants and skirts and stuff, right? You catch on quick. Go ahead and choose one of these.
Black pants, leopard mini skirt, grey flured skirt. That go with the top. Sure you want to go? Are you sure you want to go full Cat Slater with the leopard coat? No, that's why I went for the blouse.
I think this will go well with the top. You're already thinking about mixing and matching, I see. Very nice, very nice. We'd also like a pair of shoes.
Certainly. We have a lovely selection. What would you say to something like these? Leopard shoes? No. Boots or the caramel boots made with real leather. Elegant ankle thinning profile. Got it. We'll go for the thigh-high boots as well. At least you knew what I meant. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, though.
These are pretty. Excellent choice. Everything will coordinate very well. We'll take this as well. Oh, it's beautiful. And now we're all set.
Don't know why she sounds like Majima.
We'll take all of this.
Thank you very much, Park-sama. One moment, please.
Oh, but I didn't even look at the price tags. What did I tell you? Tonight is all about getting rid of stress. You don't need to worry about a thing. It's on me.
Oh, come on. Okay, fine. This is going to... at least it saves me having to think of voices. Where have I got all of these? Why are barricades being prepared? Oh, right. That's why barricades are being prepared. I feel like I've just been been insulted, but okay, fair enough. Oh wait, no, I get it. It was about the crisps. That makes sense. Out of context, it makes no sense, but to me, it makes sense. What was I doing? Oh, right, yes.
And now, 5 minutes of Majima. It's been a while, hasn't it? Everybody our age in the UK knows the reply to give when someone shouts, "You ain't my mother." Holy crap, we're about to get Majima Slater. What are you talking about, chat? Oh dear. Thank you, Park-san. Here you go, my apologies for the wait. Thank you, alright, Haruka-chan, shall we? Yes, ma'am. I'm carrying too much. Maybe I should send some of this to the inventory box. I'll send that. And that. And that. Roxanne, please let me carry that. Oh, that's all right. Now, what should we do next? Is there anywhere else you want to go? Well, let's see. Actually, I'd love to go to the arcade. Oh, surely, Haruka-chan, you want to go to karaoke? Kids at school are always talking about how it sounds like so much fun. And there's a monkey. An arcade, yes, that might be a good chance to see what other kids our age do, especially Kiryu-chan. I still need to beat him at the UFO catches. Alright then, let's go. Why, thank you. I haven't been to the arcade in years, not since they had that nice little outrun game many moons ago. My, that was very fun, but the controller drift was completely awful. What kind of games are popular nowadays? Well, some of the kids in my class were talking about the Taquito no Tatajutsu Dungeon. Oh, here it is. Who's Majima's waifu at the moment? Oh, it would be Kiryu-chan. Luck it, let's is that two people can play. Are you up for a little friendly competition, Majima? Haruka-chan? How to play? I imagine you just hit the drum with the stick, so how hard could it be? Okay then, let's just try it. What about your hand, Park-san? Don't worry about me. Besides, you're going to need all the help you can get. But you have to promise to do your best, or it won't be any fun. If you hold back on me because I'm the president, I'll dock your pay. I won't. I promise.
太鼓の達人だ。曲を選ぼうっと。難しさを選ぼうっと。さあ、始まるみたい。
did we end up here? Because the game has actually taken us to play the drum game for a change. Isn't that so nice of it? Say thank you to the game, chat.
Okay. Oh, wait. There we go. I was looking at the wrong line. Oh, I don't like having the drum sounding in, like, echoey. There we go. I think we win. Oh, she didn't clear it. Blimey.
成績発表だ。クリア成功だ。
Do we get to play a second round? I'm guessing not. Not clear. So try harder next time. Game, you can let me out. There we go. Oh, no, that's it. Thanks for playing. See you next time.
Oops. I'm sorry, that was rude. It certainly takes a bit of strength, doesn't it? Your dance lessons must have built up your stamina. Your sense of rhythm isn't bad either. But enough about work. That was really fun. Let's play again sometime. You better be ready for me. Yes, let's. What else do we have here, I wonder?
Oh, no, it's going to be UFO catcher, isn't it? Oh, no, it's going to be the circle. Oh, no, it's going to be the circle thing.
Oh, look, a print circle machine. Let's try this, Haruka. I've actually never done one of these before. You and me, together? What, you don't want to? It's not that, it's just... I'm happy. I never imagined spending a day like this with you. Who would ever imagine in the president of Dynature taking print circle photos? I certainly wouldn't. But let's see. So how do we do this? Let's see. First we choose those frames there. How about these? Okay, ready? Here we go. Wait a minute. Where are we supposed to look? Look, we're already on the screen. See? It's about to take the... What? Why didn't you warn me? I did. Well, that won't do at all. I demand a do-over. Really? But they're nice pictures. No way. Absolutely, positively not. No, do-over. Okay, okay. Ready? Here it goes. Much better. Okay, and now we add little doodles to the picture, like this. It came out pretty well, I'd say. The machine has even erased the wrinkles on my face. I should hire this thing to replace Hori. Or Hori. Oh, that's terrible. Ah, that was fun. We should get going, though. Yes, I suppose we should. To the karaoke? Park-san did used to sing, after all. Oh, never mind.
うちカレーがいい。あら、ほんならカレーにしようか。ほんま？はようち帰ろう。はいはい。
Hmm?
どう？少しは息抜きできた？
はい、とっても。
明日からまた忙しいわよ。お互いもう休んでる暇はないわ。レッスン付けにしてあげる。いいわね。
はい、頑張ります。
はるか。これあなたにあげるわ。ブローチのお礼。少し早いけどデビュー祝いのプレゼントよ。
そんな、これ以上プレゼントだなんて。
いいから開けてみて。
It's a pen. I wonder if that unlocks the safe in her office. It's a very nice pen, by the way. I would not mind that that's a fountain pen.
こんな高そうなものいいんですか？
高そうじゃなくて高いの。大事に
Oh,
しなさ
wait
い
a
よ
minute.
ね。
大事にします。
その万年筆はね、私がデビューするって決まった時、大切な人からもらったものなの。私にとってはお守りみたいなもの。デビューの時もマイクに隠してずっと両手で握ってたんだから。
やっぱり社長でもデビューの時は緊張したんですね。
今思えば大したことじゃなかったわ。もっと大変なのはデビューした後。私の場合、特に大変だったわね。
どんな風にですか？
私はね、18でデビューする前には結婚してたの。相手はその万年筆をくれた人よ。もちろん世間にもそれに事務所にも内緒でね。私は自分が韓国籍であることも、家庭に問題があったことも、それに既婚者であることも隠してアイドルを続けた。案外うまくいってたわ。でもある日、私は自分が妊娠していることに気づいた。すぐに下ろしたわ。当時はあまり迷いはなかった。まだ若かったし、アイドルを続けるためには仕方のない犠牲だって思ったの。夫に打ち明けたのはその後。彼、その時初めて私を殴った。そしてあの人は私の元から去っていった。自分がそばにいたら私の夢の妨げになるからって。私はそれも仕方のない犠牲だと受け入れたわ。でもその後、結婚していた過去があったことを知った事務所は私を売り出すことに躊躇するようになった。 いつ爆発するかわからないスキャンダルを抱えたアイドルに大金なんてかけられないってね。予定されていたイベントは次々に中止された。日本ドームで大規模なコンサートやろうなんて話まであったのにね。
すごかったんですね、社長。私全然知りませんでした。
コンサートが私の夢だった。コンサートをすれば自分を捨てた親や世間を見返せると思ってた。収容人数5万5千人親にも愛されなかった私にしては上出来な数でしょ。別れた旦那もコンサートをすれば見に来てくれるかもなんて考えてね。でも現実には事務所には見放されて、コンサートどころか仕事はどんどん減っていったわ。後にはもう何も残らなかった。自分がもう子供を産めない体だと知ったのも全てを失ってからだったわ。
そんなことが。
スターを夢見て犠牲にしてしまった過去への償い。それが今私がアイドルを育てようとしている理由なのかもね。もしかしたら失ったものを取り戻そうとあがいてるだけなのかもしれない。でももう私にはこれしかないのあなたには迷惑かもしれないけどね。
迷惑だなんて。私社長のためにも頑張ります。
ありがとう。でもあなたのおかげで私も失っていたものを少しだけ取り戻せたかもしれないの。この前プリンセスリーグであなたの決勝進出が決まってから雑誌の取材を受けたのよ。それを目にした元夫からこの手紙が来たの。東京で会わないかって。彼とはもう二度と会えないと思ってた。私の行けない遠い世界に行ってしまって、それっきり連絡も取れなくなってたから。
社長。でもそれじゃこんな大事なもの私がもらっていいんですか？
もちろんいいの。でもその代わりと言ってはなんだけど、はるか、あなたに一つ頼みがあるの。
はい。
別れた旦那に会うにしてもこれだけ年を重ねちゃうとね、会ってがっかりされたくないのよ。待ち合わせの場所にはあなたが行って、それで私のところに彼を案内してきてほしいの。あまり明るい場所で今の老けた顔見せたくないから。
私でお役に立てるんでしたら。でも心配いらないと思います。社長今も綺麗ですから。
Really weird.
ありがとう。お世辞も上手になったわね。
お世辞じゃないです。
彼には東京でのあなたのライブに来てもらう約束になってる。その時また改めてお願いするわ。その万年筆はあなたが私の代理っていう目印になる。つまりそれが彼と会うための鍵でもあるの。
わかりました。
ありがとう、はるか。
I thought the Tokyo concert was just if she wins the Princess League. Is round 2 in Tokyo then? Also, it's interesting that that fountain pen also opens her safe, and she's going on a trip to Tokyo. But why is she going to a trip to Tokyo if Haruka's supposed to meet her
今日は
husband
私
in...
も楽しかったわ。
What?
寄り道しないで帰るのよ。
社長も気をつけて帰ってください。おやすみなさい。
Okay, right. I assume she thinks something's going to happen to her, and that's why she's given Haruka the fountain pen. Considering she doesn't seem like the woman who would just do that without some other ulterior motive involved. Even though she just gave us the explanation of when you see my husband. It is nighttime. First, let us save the game. Second, let us then... Oh, actually, I'm going to move some... Wait. Can I equip this outfit I've got? Or are they just, like, items in my inventory? I have no idea why we have those here. Maybe they're for use in something else later. Right, let's... That was smart. Right. Right, it's now night time, so if I save the game before I do this, then we can go and finally try and catch this fish. Which has eluded me for so very, very long. I can't believe we might get to Akiyama this evening. We might. I don't know if we did, but we might. Convenient M store is convenient. Now I need club sandwiches. To go buy club sandwiches. I mean, fishing bait. I mean, club sandwiches. Yes, exactly. Then we go down to the riverside. Sotenbore Night and Purgatory. But we'll go Sotenbore Night. But given the value is 125,000 yen, I'm going to guess that the pull rate on these fish is very low. Ghost coin. Oh, that's nice. Nice chunk of money. Oh. Yep. Nope.
行くよ。えい。
Nope.
行くよ。えい。
Dibbity, dibbity. Nope. So what are we catching? The silver arowana. It's what we're catching.
行くよ。えい。
I'm starting to wonder if it's a case that I need to keep jumping in and out of the fishing rather than just throwing different bait at it each time. Fishing.
行くよ。えい。
Oh, just a koi. I'm half tempted, you know, to throw some koi into the under the cover of night into the local duck pond to see what would happen. Not entirely sure there'd be much success, but you know. So
行くよ。えい。
this Cohen thing? What? Does this bleeding fish even exist? It's a pun. Oh, right, fair enough. Yeah, they sometimes go completely over my head. Settle in certain Bore, along with plenty of ghost koi to help boost Akiyama's money. Same method as the guide you mentioned. It does boil down to a bit of luck on what will bite. If I remember correctly, the southern fishing spot in Sotenbori is what you want, as it doesn't bite in the northern spot. The one right behind Don Quixote. Yeah. Also, right near the pawn shop and convenience store. I eventually stopped trying to get to know. Okay, went the next day and literally caught the first fish. Thanks for that. Oh. Just caught one last night. The best chances of catching one, go fishing when it's dusk in Nagasugai and use Takutsu Origini. Be sure that the pink bar is filled from the top for about at least half to 2/3 of the way down. Okay. Is that controlled by the bait, or is that controlled just by sort of the RNG of the fishing though? You can also catch in Purgatory. Yeah, that might be what we end up doing. But it says Sotenbori at night, and we're in Sotenbori at night. So, who knows?
ありがとうございます。
Hello, Real Spawn, welcome. So, the pink bar, I assume that's the pink bar? Filled from the top to about at least half to 2/3 of the way down. Was it just a case that I keep having to go in and out until that bar looks different? So that bar is RNG. That bar at the side isn't controlled by the bait. So if it's a rare fish, it'll be... Question is, does it actually go from the top? Oh, built from the top. Okay. Be sure that the pink bar is filled from the top to about at least half or 2/3 of the way down. Well, I've not encountered it filled from the top yet, so... Aha! That's 2/3 of the way down, right, so we'll try fishing with it as that.
行くよ。えい。
And that other side of the light means that there's a 50-50 chance of me catching something then. Like takoyaki buns instead of the club sandwich if that doesn't work. That's my next plan. I'm guessing I need something a bit higher up the thing. Black bass. Oh. And now that's not in there at all, which makes me think as the more I catch, the smaller that bar gets. So I'm not going to catch anything now. Okay. Let's go and get some Takatsu buns then. Or, takoyaki even. Well, actually, while I'm at it. Go to... There we go. Pawn shop. Are you sure you were behind the Don Quixote spot? I think I'm behind the Don Quixote spot. I'm on the southern side. I'll check in a minute.
先に
So where's Don Quixote? There's Don Quixote. That's my fishing spot. Yeah, no, I'm in the right spot. Takoyaki buns, that's the plan. Assuming I can get them from our store.
いらっしゃいませ。
Takoyaki buns.
ありがとう。
Sorry. There we go. Right, so now we just need to get the fishing spot to that sort of position. Which it is. Hopefully the takoyaki buns are quite high up. Ah. They're quite low down.
行くよ。えい。 行くよ。
So yeah, the fishing is actually a lot more in depth than it has been in previous Yakuza games. That was my fault. I pressed the button at the wrong time. I got impatient.
行くよ。えい。
What fish is it? Silver arowana or arowana? What? Arowana? The silver one. Silver arowana. What we're looking for. We found a ghost. Oh, you see, the bar's now suddenly gone blank, so no point. So, where am I on the screen? So this bar over there, the one on the far left of the screen. Oh, yes, far left of the screen. You'll see you've got the sort of pink, it's blue, but you've got like the pink shade on the right hand side. I assume that means where the fish are. So what we need is for our bait to overlap with the pink, our bait, which is the pink bar on the left, and the pink bar on the right to overlap, and that means that we're going to catch a fish. When you catch a fish, then that bar shrinks. So as you can see, our bait now would not catch any fish because we are outside the bar. So I need to get a piece of bait that actually goes into the bar, or I reset it. So I'm going to reset it and hope that I can actually get it so the bars overlap again. The club sandwich seems to be around about the same position as that, so it should be okay, but it's, yeah. It's a bit of a complicated one, I must admit. I sort of just got through it on luck, but now I'm having to learn the mechanic of it. You see, now the bars are overlapping, so I can use my buttons, but I don't know at what distance of that bar the silver arowana spawns, because, you know, like with the ocean fishing where you've got the fish gauge, so the tuna is like at the far end of the right of it. I don't know where on that blue bar is where the silver arowana spawns. So it could be here. It could be a bit further up. I don't know. So the club sandwich might work, but I need to make sure it overlaps with that bit. So we are catching a ghost. We did catch a ghost koi, so that's nice. So I think that overlaps just enough that I can catch one more fish before I have to reload, exit out of the fishing and enter back into the fishing. Because we've now got a 50-50 chance of catching a fish. Subscription. And once we've caught this fish, which is a koi, that bar on the right has now completely disappeared. So we stopped fishing because none of our bait will actually... Yeah, that's why Haruka keeps saying, maybe I should try a different piece of bait. Because we've fished all the fish in that area now, so we have to reset, or we have to get a different piece of bait. It's just luck with the takoyaki buns and the club sandwiches. So, I mean, it depends on where they overlap in the gauge, doesn't it? So... See there, I think I might have enough space where I can use the... Yeah, so I can use the buns, and I've got a 50-50 chance of catching a fish. If I catch a fish, then that bar's going to shrink, and then I have no choice but to exit out and try again. I have no idea if the level of the bob is any indication, though, of where it needs to be. If it's lower, do I get a different fish? Or if it's higher, do I get a different fish? Or is it literally just a case of I have to reel it in as it's at a point on the bob? Someone said they got them while fishing for ghost koi. Yeah, that sounds about right. The ghost koi seem to drop a lot more than the silver arowana, but the arowana is 125,000 yen. So I suspect a fish of that higher value is probably going to cost is going to take a lot more effort to catch than the ghost koi. I don't even know what one looks like. So. Right, and then that area is depleted, so we'll have to dip out and then try again. Right, so the bar lines up. So we have a good chance of catching something. Black bass. Right. And now that's changed the bar again. But it's still within the range of our bait. Which explains why we suddenly ended up not catching any fish at all, because I didn't realise that's what that overlap was. Caught a koi. Oh. Oh. We have a chance for one more. Ghost koi. That's it. In Yakuza 5, the bars that appear during the fishing minigame indicate the location and likelihood of catching fish. The left bar represents the fish's position on the fishing line, while the blue and pink bars indicate the fish's likelihood of being caught. That's what the bars represent, by the way. Isn't that what I just said, though? Admittedly, it was a lot more concise than what I just said, but I'm pretty sure that's what I just said. Maybe a bit more rambly. No, that's covered by the concise bit, isn't it? Oh, well, either way, yeah, there's your textbook definition. How much inventory space do I have? I have no inventory space. A lot of money in my inventory now, but no inventory space. Alright. Dickens is a sexy pup, anyway. It's in writing now, any case. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oy, oy. I'm here to sell my extensive collection of fish that I've just pulled out the Sotenbore River. Some of them are only lightly radioactive. And others are laced with gold. One might have 3 eyes. Don't worry about that. I wonder if the 3-eyed fish from The Simpsons is still a thing. Used to be a time where I saw it quite a lot in the marketing and stuff, but I don't remember seeing it for a very long time. Right. $2.50. Yeah, we'll try with the club sandwiches.
ありがとう。
Right, fishing time. Oh, that was perfectly. And the koi.
行くよ。えい。
Found a ghost koi. I think that now puts us at 50-50, doesn't it? Yeah.
行くよ。えい。
Who knew fishing would be the thing that would throw up the roadblock? I know. Well, we still haven't got to the batting centres yet, so who knows?
行くよ。
Remember fishing in Tears of the Kingdom? There was fishing in Tears of the Kingdom? Oh yes, wait, was that one where I just literally electrocuted the fish? I think that was just the one where I literally electrocuted the fish. There's something here.
行くよ。えい。
It's 50-50 at the moment. Yes, with the trawler. Yes. That was one of the strong points of Tears of the Kingdom. Catching fish. Easy with the trawler. It's all that for a car. At least in Breath of the Wild, you could cheat with bombs and not need to gather a bunch of other things. This is true, yes. Yes, this is true. Oh no, there was no reverse on the blasted trawler though, so I got stuck so many times. Tears of the Kingdom had a few good points. It was mostly miserable. Well, I wouldn't say miserable. It was pain, a lot of pain. Definitely a lot of pain. No, I will never be a fan of Tears of the Kingdom. I liked short-haired Zelda. She was cute. I like the ending. Missions, at least. I like the champions being involved. Or... That's an umbrella. No, at the end of the day, Tears of the Kingdom should have just been a DLC. It should have just been a very big DLC. And it wasn't. It was a full release game because Nintendo and money, and it's just... At least if it was a DLC, I could have kept everything from Breath of the Wild. Only thing is, I probably wouldn't have got round to it for a long time, because I'm still needing to get round to Phantom Liberty in Cyberpunk. And because Phantom Liberty is the end, there's no more story after Phantom Liberty, what I will probably do is, I'll do Phantom Liberty, and then I'm going to do the secret ending again. Because I want to find out if I actually talk to Panam on that rooftop before we do the secret ending, does she turn up in our apartment? For no other reason other than find out if she's actually with us at the end of the story. Honest. Get your minds out of the gutter, chat. Fallout 76 is finally getting fishing as well. Yes, I've heard of Fallout 76 getting fishing. Fallout 76 is one I'll get to in a billion years when I've finished Fallout 4. Because whenever I play Fallout 4, I open the Pip-Boy and I see that one of my workshops needs help, and that's about it. I'm then lost for a while. Not yet. I haven't played Phantom Liberty yet. Well, I say I'll get to it, but let's face it, we've got the rest of Yakuza 5 to do, which is going to take us a while. And to be honest, it's reaching Tears of the Kingdom lengths, but I'm very much still very invested in it. Then after that, probably Spyro 2, because I should really get back to the Reignited trilogy. And then I don't know what the game after that's going to be. It might be Phantom Liberty, it might be Yakuza 6, just so we can wrap up Kiryu's story. He says, even though Kiryu's got like 2 other games after that. I have, yeah, Phantom Liberty. Hopefully it doesn't do what was that DLC? Deus Ex Human Revolution. There was a DLC for that. And it basically, you start it and then it takes every single upgrade off you. And it was just, I spent so long speccing out my character with all the upgrades I wanted, and then you basically set me back to 0, and it's just... Dude. Not cool. Not cool game. That really, really annoyed me. I stopped playing it after that. Right. So... See, they come cheaper than the club sandwiches, but I think I'm splitting hers at that point because I'm earning... Every ghost koi I get is 50,000 yen. How many sandwiches can I buy for 50,000 yen? So, yeah. I'm still turning a profit. No, but you can't be an Ezio at the beginning of Phantom Liberty. Wait, what? What do you mean? An insane lunatic who tries to 100% everything? Onto that bolt cap. There we go. Ooh, Chrono Trigger, a game I've never played. Should probably play at some point, but I've never played it. Let's finish off the last. Actually, no. Yeah, why not? Oh, that might have been a mistake. Oh, too late now. Give me a minute. Right. Oh. Hydration, I suppose. Right. Let us fish here, or at least attempt to fish here. Yeah, I'll do.
行くよ。はい。
No. You get a phone call to save the president, and instead of being mute and declining, but mini games, you must go straight away, or it will lock you out of the rest of the DLC. But, my dear chat, you have to remember, we did everything in Cyberpunk. It's all done. There is literally nothing else for us to do. We get the phone call, and we have to go and save the president. We can't do anything else. I got all the cars. They've probably added more cars now, terrifyingly. But we got all the cars. We did all the upgrades I could do. I didn't fully complete it, but I did 100% it. I got to the point where I was like, there is nothing else for us to do. Let's do the story. And then we did the story. And that poxy secret ending, which I pulled my hair out over, because it's one of those really obtuse secret endings that you needed to do several very specific things to get. But we did it. We have to sit there and wait 10 minutes, but we did it. And to be honest, the worst part is the first part, and then after that, it's just basically doop-de-doop-de-doop, zap. Oh, and they're all gone, and we've won. It took 30-odd bleeding episodes to reach the title screen in Cyberpunk. Hoodlum, you've been here long enough to know how I operate. Just wait till we get to Assassin's Creed 2. Oh, actually, that's a point. I should probably play Assassin's Creed 2. Ezio Trilogy, that's the next mini-franchise run. We did... Oh, well, no. Technically, we've still got the mini-franchise run in the form of Spyro. I did make an exception for Batman Arkham because Kevin Conroy. But once we've finished Spyro... Definitely doing the Ezio Trilogy. Still need to do the Witcher Trilogy, which I've said I was going to do for the last 5 years, but they're quite big games. Whereas the Ezio Trilogy is not as big, so we'll probably do that. Wait, it might have been 40-odd episodes. Does it matter? Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things how long it took for me to get to the title screen?
行くよ。はい。
And technically it's 40 episodes, but that was back in the days where I split the stream into chunks of 20-minute episodes. So yeah, each stream took several episodes, whereas now I just upload the VODs in full, because it saves me a lot of time in the editing front. And I didn't really see that much... I don't know, the splitting them into episodes, into smaller chunks, didn't seem to do me any good. It didn't make any difference either way, so I just upload the full VODs now. In the first 10 episodes of troubleshooting, the first several episodes, the first 70 episodes are probably me troubleshooting because Cyberpunk was so badly optimized on launch that I spent majority of my time having my PC lock up and crash. It was only after I switched over from Streamlabs OBS to pure OBS that I managed to solve that particular issue. Then there was issues with the rendering on the CPU, so I switched over to NVENC. If nothing else, Cyberpunk pretty much helped build the core of the stream moving forward. So, yeah, it's... Wait, why am I up here again? I didn't even finish all my bait. I literally just needed to swap out so I could get the fish meter changed. Yeah, it was one of those where I had to rebuild the stream for a lot of things, but it turned out for the best. I need to go back to The Witcher 3, to be honest. Never played the first two, but I have them. I've played the first one. I never streamed it, but I did a original No Holds Barred on it. If you go to the website or into the YouTube archive and check the Legacy playlist, you will probably find it there. But don't expect it to be anywhere near the quality that this stream is at the moment. And given the concept, well, given how much quality the stream has, that should tell you how bad that was actually, so... Back in the days where I thought I could be Total Biscuit. Spoilers. I could not. Then I tried to be Carnage. Spoilers. I could not. So now I'm just Ezio. Just your eccentric idiot who sits here trying to 100% games. By my own criteria, unless I go full completionist. Technically, I've even outlasted the completionist, and I really did not think I would. That's a career that went down in flames, but you have to wonder, how is he earning his living now? Has he gone off and just got a normal job in the private sector? Does he get enough from the old videos that he can sort of survive? Does he work for his dad now? Did he take all the money and run? Still hate the Cyberpunk skill tree. I cannot remember the Cyberpunk skill tree. I will probably if I looked up an image of it, but I cannot remember it for the life of me at the moment. Still better than the Borderlands one. That's another series, franchise I've never really got into. I played a bit of Borderlands 2 back when there was all the hype about it, but I don't know, I fell off that one fairly quickly. I did think Lilith was hot, though. I quite like the Siren character, because, of course, it's me and waifu, what do you expect? But every skill is just it's just a minute percentage upgrade. Much better in co-op. That's fair. That's fair. If it ever comes to LMC needing a co-op game to play, maybe I'll put forward Borderlands 2 or Borderlands, and we'll just like have 4 of us play it on a Sunday or something. Moxie is cool. I remember Moxie. I also think didn't she bring out a... Well, didn't they bring out a Moxie-themed whiskey as well at one point? Probably a crossover with Johnny Walker. They've done all sorts of crossovers. I always find with the crossovers, though, that the quality of the alcohol is pretty lacking, and the majority of the price is just in the licensing. I've always had the temptation to try the Frank Sinatra Jack Daniels, which sounds quite nice, but at £200 a bottle, probably not. I mean, I like my whiskey. This goes without saying for the most part, but not at 200 quid a bottle, especially not a celebrity branded thing. Is another ghost one. No, it was somebody else beginning with B that I forgot. It wasn't Valentine's, was it? Right, we're in a prime opportunity, but I'm out, mate. Last. Valentine's Finest X... Hey, there we go. I was right, it is Valentine's. Valentine's Finest X Borderlands Moxie Bar Second Scotch 700 milliliters. There we go. And we know of Valentine's because we've encountered it in the Yakuza games. I have had Valentine's Finest, but it's a different one than what we see in the games though. Or I had Valentine's Blended. I just remember seeing Valentine's, and it was only when I was when we were playing on stream that I realised, oh no, I've got different Valentine's to the one that I actually see in the game.
いらっしゃいませ。
Hello, Noble Squire. Never
ありがとう
mind.
ございます。
Goodbye, Noble Squire. I have several fish to sell to the local pawn shop, who has apparently become a fishmonger. Well, this is now the game at the moment. I used to know an amazing Moxie cosplayer, but she just randomly went offline one day and never came back. Well, it's a shame, but in fairness, she's probably gone off and living her life. So, you know, some people just do. Some people come back, some people drop the Persona account and just go to a normal one. Maybe they got fed up of people and the people of a certain ilk in their DMs, sending them... I'm sure you can fill the gaps there, chat. And if you can't, don't worry about it.
Okay.
If they don't leave it all behind, they tend to end up on OnlyFans. Which is probably more depressing. I hope she's doing well. I do miss her. No, that's fair. You never know, your paths may cross again.
いらっしゃいませ。
One day. Excuse me, Noble Squire. I am still trying to catch this elusive fish. I require more club sandwiches. We are also now at 500,000 yen. Let that sink in.
ありがとうございました。
Haruka now has more money than her father does. Oh dear. Elfie cosplay. I do like this name, the sound of that name, but that's probably because it's elf, and I have a soft spot for elves. Tolkienian elves, and, you know, Zelda elves, not Santa Claus elves, because they're a different type of elf. Like fantasy elves. As was learned when we were with the anime watch-alongs that we watch on Nintendo 7's Discord server every Wednesday evening, where we've just finished watching Louis, Laurie's a person from LMM, and no, Louis the Rune Soldier, and there was a very pretty elf waifu in that I very, very much liked. I think we're now moving on to last Wednesday we were on LMC with a watch along of Your Name, which was very good. Must admit, I wasn't sure about that one, but I very fully enjoyed it to the point where I bought the collector's Blu-ray for my server. And now we're moving on to something called Neon Genesis Evangelion. A delightful anime about robots, I believe. I'm sure it has a happy ending for all involved. For those of you unsure, yes, I have seen Evangelion before, and I have unfortunately seen the end of Evangelion, so don't worry, it was just sarcasm. It was just sarcasm. Now get in the robot. That be a ghost boy. admit, I have played with the idea at some point of just setting up a video channel on my on our server, my server, and just stream random anime throughout the day. Just play all of Monster Musume, maybe not the uncensored Monster Musume, but something like Lupin. That little blighter has been such a pain in my backside. Right, we've finally got the last fish. With 15 minutes to spare of the stream. Right, sorry, correction. We've got the last river fish. Now we need to do all of the sea... Why have I got the sea fish listed as done? That can't be right. I'm missing something here. Hooray! Yes. Keep fishing, because we've still got a bunch of club sandwiches, and I can probably catch more ghost koi and get a lot more money. How many millions do I have to send to Morning Glory Orphanage to get the achievement? If not, it's more than 1 million yen, isn't it? Oh, another ghost koi? Oh, no, it's just normal koi. Something like 5 million yen or something, isn't it? 5 mil. Oops. Right. Well, if I find a money farm, though I'm hoping in the finale all of the characters' wallets sort of merge, in which case I might be able to send a lot of money to Morning Glory, though once I've done all the gambling completion lists, I should be okay. Oh, no, don't want to do that. 5 mil, yeah. Alfie doesn't use Instagram anymore, even for normal reasons. Shame. That's a shame. No, she's completely gone. Not too dissimilar from another streamer slash cosplayer I once knew. Haven't seen her for a while. The game's not going to let me catch any more ghost koi now, is it? Also, if Haruka's inventory doesn't transfer over to the central inventory in the finale, I'm guessing her wallet doesn't either. At which point, when I think we're about to run to the end of her story, I'll probably just dump everything into Morning Glory, and I'll just add that to the tally for the thing. Though I really wish the game would tell me how much money I've sent to Morning Glory in some sort of completion list screen, or even in the hideout menu. How many club sandwiches have I got left? No, that's easy enough. That would be good. Yes, right. That's what we'll do then. I don't know when the end of Haruka's end of the road is, but before we go to the Princess League finals, we're in the finals at the moment. Before the very final Princess League, that's when I'll dump her entire money, all her money, into Morning Glory. Oh well, bollocks. Because there's no point leaving it dead on her character if I'm not going to have access to any of it. if it links up with the rest of the characters' wallets, quid's in, marvellous. I can just use it there, but... Right, back to the pawn shop to sell all of these fish. I mean, I'll say keep fishing, but she's going to say I've got no bait. Yeah. Right, back to the pawn shop, sell all of the fish, then go to the hideout and save. As well as reapply all of the app stims, because I still need to do that. Oh, actually, we've got a little time. But what I might do as well is... It's... Fine. I beat her once. What I really needed was to lose all my health. Because I doubt I'm going to be able to do much, but I certainly... Well, I'm going to go to the pawn shop. Right. First things, we'll do a circuit. We've got time. We'll do a circuit. Well, the timing of some of those button presses are hard to keep up with. Oh, trust me. It's not easy. If I really lock in and focus, I would probably manage it, or I could win on points. That's not what I'm worrying about. It's this. That's Club Sega. That's the Crab Restaurant. There was one. Is it this one? That might be the one across here then. I'm leaving the one next to the Crab Restaurant to Akiyama because it looks like it requires a lot of alcohol. The complete. Whereas Haruka can't get access to that menu, so I might as well just do everything else. There we go. Of which I can do one thing at a time. There we go. Then we will loop ourselves round past the pawn shop so we can sell all of the fish in our inventory. And that should take us back round to Haruka's apartment. Who knew when I started this and we met, well, when I started this in Yakuza 0, that eventually we'd be playing the game as Kiryu's daughter, as an idol in Sotenbori of all places. Mad! And I love it. Well, that's why I love this franchise so very deeply. They haven't made any major missteps. At least not as far as I've played the game. Yes, 3 was very janky and rough, but 3 was also the first time they made a game like that, so you can let them slide on that. Unlike Assassin's Creed, where you got through 1, which was very janky, but you can let that slide because it's the first game. Then you've got 2, which is bleeding amazing. Then you've got Brotherhood, which just stepped it all up. Then you got Revelations, where I thought the story was a bit lacking, but still pretty solid. Then you had 3, where gameplay was still solid, but the story was just And then you had 4, which was brilliant gameplay, but the story was also. And then Unity story. Now that I think back on it, yeah, it was okay. Not as high as 2, but it was okay. Then you had Syndicate, which then I sort of burnt out on the franchise, and everything after that is just, yeah, I don't know. It's just something. It lost its sparkle somewhere along the lines. It's sad. It really is quite sad. 1,200. I'm half tempted to keep that, just because of how much of a pain in the backside it was to catch. But sod it, it can go. It can be sent off to a restaurant somewhere. Just to double check, because I didn't actually check it. Mini games? I assume it's under mini games. River fishing, 14 of 14. Done. Marvellous. Right, so we've just got to do the sea fishing now. We've found a tuna. That's a plus. I don't remember Revelation's story exactly. In the weird realm with 13. I think I loved the coin and blood bombs, though. The story of Revelations is that Ezio goes on a pilgrimage to... I was going to say Sotenbore then, and that's not the right place. Monster the Journey? No, that was the Alvatore homestead. Oh, where does he go to? He goes on a pilgrimage to basically the fortress, the Assassin's Fortress from Assassin's Creed 1. Gets captured, finds Altair's vault, which he can't get access to. So he then ends up in Istanbul, which is... No, he ends up in Constantinople, which is modern-day Istanbul. Or Constantinople, which is ancient, but modern Istanbul, which is Constantinople. Anyway, he ends up in Istanbul. And then he's looking for these discs that the Marco Polo, or his brother, hid throughout the city. Then he finds those and falls in love with a shopkeeper called Sophia. He really should have married Rosa, but unfortunately the voice actress died in a car crash after Assassin's Creed 2, so the character was retired. I don't understand why, but at the same time it's a shame that they couldn't just recast, but I understand. Anyway, meet Sophia, tells the love story of Ezio falling in love with Sophia, as he also looks for these magical discs, and then he also ends up embroiled in some of the politics of the age and meets the Sultan. And then he gets into Altair's vault and discovers the great mysteries that the Templars were trying to uncover all along. That's basically the story of Assassin's Creed Revelations, with as little spoilers as possible. The world was too dark as well for me, like we were underground. Yeah, the lighting was also a bit weird. Constantinople, so Turkey essentially. Yeah, it was Constantinople, which is modern day Istanbul is Constantinople in the era of the game. I've been to Istanbul. I went for wherever I can. I've gone on pilgrimage to places from Assassin's Creed, or at least from the Ezio trilogy. So I've been to Florence, I've been to Venice, I've been to Rome, I've been to Istanbul, Constantinople. Is there anywhere else I've been that Ezio went? No, I might not. That might be the end of it. I've been to the Doge's Palace, where you fly on Da Vinci's hang glider to get to it. But all those stories will be when we play the Ezio trilogy. I blitzed through Revelation, sadly. I blitzed through it on the first playthrough. Actually, no. I think I blitzed through it on my only playthrough. So, yeah, I want to go back and play it again, only... Right, I've definitely emptied my inventory. Yes. I want to go back and play it again, but this time as me. I want to go through and play through the trilogy. I forget where my apartment is, and the game's not going to tell me where to go for the story. Oh, that's problematic. Right. I think I kind of remember. What was I saying? Oh, yes. Yeah, I played through it, but I want to play through it again as, you know, your typical lovely Ezio who 100% all games. One of my great gaming sins is I was playing Assassin's Creed 2. I nearly got every single achievement on Xbox 360 for it, apart from the feathers, and I was missing like 2 feathers across the entire map. Now, nowadays, you know me. I would have gone, it's really annoying and I'm pissed off. Let's now go through every single feather location until I find these missing 2. Back then, I was probably saner, and I just went, sod it, done. So that's one, because I was so close to getting full completion on that game. And yeah, with Brotherhood and Revelations, I didn't do everything. It was literally just a blitz through the story, which is maybe why I have slightly lesser memories of it than I probably do with 2. But yeah, I want to go back now, and I want to play the Remastered trilogy for all its sins, I suppose, in terms of the graphics. But I want to go back and play the Remastered trilogy, and I am going to complete Assassin's Creed 2, assuming they've not added a bunch of junk in terms of, you know, achievements. And I'm going to 100% Brotherhood and Revelations. Probably not complete, don't know. I'll see what the completion criteria is, but I'm definitely going to 100% those 2 games. I would say I predict Assassin's Creed 1 being bundled with Revelations before that game came out. Yes, because it ties into it, but it's also a case of not everyone played Assassin's Creed 1, which is fair enough. But yeah, you needed some of Assassin's Creed 1 to understand what was going on. Annoyingly, you needed Assassin's Creed 1, but you also needed the PSP game to understand why Altair was married to a Templar. At which point, you sort of gloss over that, and it's just you sort of there. So, yeah. There's our... You were the man that went through every cave entrance in Tears of the Kingdom, so yeah. If back in the day I wouldn't have done that. I would have just gone, I've missed some caves. Now, you're talking to the same man who spent literal months on trying to complete what was it? The last 2 achievements in Arkham Knight I had was complete Crime Alley as Batman, Robin, and Nightwing, and I think maybe Batgirl, without taking any damage. Did that. And but also the one that took the most time, which took literal months, was complete the Monarch Theatre without dropping your free flow combo at all. That yes, but it was the only achievement I had left to get full completion on Steam. So that's what I did, and I did it, and I got it all, and great success and much survival. But in the past, I would have just said, sod it, and left it. So, yes. Right, item box. Let's get the app stims out. Only that. And then we'll save the game. And now you need comics, mobile games, audio dramas to understand the story. Yes, one of the things that still pisses me off is they finished Juno's story. You know, big, bad... evil of the Assassin's Creed games who Desmond died to stop. Yeah, she was done away in the comic, in a tie-in comic. They didn't do it even in the mainline games. She was in the mainline games for ages, and then she just binned off in one of the tie-in comics. What kind of storytelling is that? That was bloody awful. Save complete. Saving. Save complete. And that. Continue this next time. As soon as the game loads. Presented by Sega. You can keep your Sonic the Hedgehog. Yakuza. Yakuza is the greatest Sega franchise. Then I can now suddenly feel the ire of 1 million Sonic fans descending upon me. I thought Final Fantasy 15 was bad for it. Well, never played Final Fantasy 15. I played Final Fantasy 13 back in the day, which I never finished. I've played Final Fantasy 7 Remake here on the channel, which I keep meaning to go back to replay, but I don't know at this point. And Final Fantasy 14, which I'm bleeding loving. I really just need to sit down and play more of it, but One day I might do it. One day I might start just playing an entire day of Final Fantasy XIV, but at the same time I also play it in chunks because I have other things to do. And it is a very big time sink of a game. Jamboree, a name from the past. She warned me of that. This is a massive time sink, but hey ho, it is what it is. So anyway, with that said, there we go. I am now well past my stop time, so let's try and make this quick, hey? So, if you're, well, first of all, if you're new here, hi, I'm Ezio. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you enjoyed what you saw, well, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that follow button, but the decision will always be yours. If you ever want to catch me live, you can find me right back here on twitch.tv/GuardEzio at 7:30 or just after UK time as we continue our journey into the world of this fantastic game. Hey, if you've missed any of these streams so far, you can find all of them uploaded to the YouTube archive, linked in the panels down below, containing playlists of every game, every journey, as I call them, that we've ever been here on this channel. And if you've missed any of these, wait, no, I've already done that, but if you are watching in the YouTube archive, first of all, welcome, hail. Second of all, thank you for stopping by long enough into the outro to get to this point. If you are enjoying what you're seeing on the channel at the moment, hopefully you'll consider hitting that like button, leaving a comment, maybe even subscribing. It all certainly helps us out. And I think that's everything. Everything apart from a thank you to each and every one of you. Be you a chatter, be you a lurker, be you watching live here on Twitch or in the YouTube archives. Thank you very much for joining me in this journey this evening, or rather this afternoon. Thank you for travelling with me through the world of this fantastic game, and most of all, thank you for spending a little bit of your life here with me here on the channel. It means the world. It always will do, and it always does. Now, I would say let's see if we have enough to pay the good vibes forwards, but I really do need to get going. So, with that said, I will call it here. That said, with that done to each and every one of you, may you all have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are. And as always, until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits. And I'll see you all next time.